Hi everyone, so welcome back. In this video we are going to do the variable costing of the same class example. So using the same class example we're going to do the variable costing. So just a recap on under variable costing, effectively the only difference is everything else is the same. The difference is your opening balance, your production cost and your closing balance will just be the variable cost, and then we must remember that fixed manufacturing cost will be a period cost. In other words, this will not be in this block. It will be a separate cost below gross profit. Alright, so using the same example, in terms of sales, it's still the same. It's 7,000 times 190 for sales for 2017. So that's still the 1330. Opening inventory was 0 because we started with no inventory in 2017. Then we only have variable manufacturing expenses because we busy with the variable costing, so that will just be the 100 Rand per unit times the 12,000 units. Remember, variable cost, it's units produced times cost per unit, because variable costs are driven by production. So that's why it's 12,000 times 100 Rand per unit. And that gives you the 1.2 million. There is no fixed cost in this block because it's variable cost, and closing inventory is also just variable cost, and closing inventory consists of the effectively the 5,000 units multiplied by the 100 Rand. That gives you the 500,000. Then you effectively have 1.2 million variable manufacturing costs. We add the 500,000, and so we end up with cost of sales of 700,000. And then remember, fixed manufacturing costs, because it's not in this block, it's going to be included as a period cost, in other words, a separate expense. And that will give you gross profit minus fixed manufacturing expenses of 480 of 150. Notice that in absorption cost in this 480 was included in this block. So that's the key difference. Alright. Then if we just do 2018, again, your revenue will be the same as under absorption costing. But just to recap, it's in 2018 we sell 8,000 units at 190. So that should give you the 1520. This closing inventory becomes next year's opening inventory, and it's negative because opening inventory effectively increases cost of sales, which decreases profit. Then your production cost is this closing inventory becomes next year's opening inventory. It's not the 700, it's the 500. Then your production cost is just the variable cost, which will be the 100 Rand per unit, and we produce 9,000 units in 2018, so 100 times 9,000. Again, fixed cost has keep jumping the gun, sorry. There's no fixed cost because there's under variable costing there is no fixed cost in this blocks. So your closing inventory would just be your closing stock of 100 Rand per unit, and I think I may have jumped the gun, but how we get to the 6,000 is if I start with 5,000 in the 2018 year, I manufacture 9,000, so that leaves me with 5,000 plus 9,000, yes, is 14,000. I sold 8,000, that leaves me with 6,000 in closing inventory, and that's 6,000 times 100 Rand per unit, which will give you the 600,000. And if you add up this block, it gives you 800. That less that is the 720 gross profit. And again, we must deduct the 480,000 because, just to remind you, the 480 becomes a period cost under variable costing. Alright, and that effectively gives you the net profit as per variable costing. Okay, so quick recap. You'll see the key difference in these two examples is the that is the same under both methods. There's 1.2, 900,000 under variable and under absorption and variable. You can see that the opening inventory differs. It was 700,000 under absorption. Here it's 500,000, and closing inventory was 700,000 under for 2017 and 888 under 2018, and under variable it is 500 and 600. So there's the key difference. And then of course here fixed manufacturing overhead is a period cost, whereas under absorption costing it is included in the block. So that's the key difference. Next video we'll come back, how do we reconcile from the one basis to the next basis, which is quite key and quite important and good to know. So see you in the next video. Thanks.